Racism in America has deep historical roots and continues to affect many aspects of society. It's a complex and systemic issue that manifests in different forms, structural, institutional, and individual, impacting the lives of marginalized communities, particularly Black, Indigenous, Latino, Asian, and other non-white populations. Here's an overview of its key aspects. Historical roots. Slavery, 1619 to 1865. The transatlantic slave trade brought millions of Africans to America, where they were subjected to brutal conditions and forced labor. Slavery became the foundation for systemic racism. Reconstruction and Jim Crow, 1865-1960s. After the Civil War, the Reconstruction period promised progress for Black Americans, but systemic oppression continued through segregation, disenfranchisement, and violence under Jim Crow laws. Indigenous displacement and genocide. Native American communities were displaced, massacred, and stripped of their lands and culture through U.S. expansion policies. Modern-day racism. 1. Institutional racism. Criminal justice system, disproportionate incarceration rates for Black and Latino populations. Education, schools in predominantly non-white communities often receive less funding, impacting opportunities and outcomes. Healthcare disparities. Racial minorities face worse health outcomes, often due to bias in healthcare delivery and unequal access to care. 2. Economic inequality. The racial wealth gap is stark. White households have significantly more wealth than Black and Latino households due to historical and ongoing discrimination in housing, employment, and lending practices. 3. Police violence. The deaths of Black individuals such as George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others at the hands of police sparked global movements like Black Lives Matter, highlighting systemic issues in policing. 4. Immigration and xenophobia. Immigrant communities, especially Latino, Middle Eastern, and Asian populations, experience targeted discrimination, particularly during times of political tension. 5. Hate crimes and white supremacy. Hate crimes have been rising in recent years, particularly against Black, Asian, Jewish, and LGBTQ+ communities. White supremacist groups and ideologies remain active threats. Resistance and progress. Despite the long history of racism, there has also been a powerful tradition of resistance and progress. Civil rights movement, 1950s, 1960s. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X fought for desegregation, voting rights, and equality. Recent social movements, Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, and Indigenous activism have brought new awareness and calls for change. Current challenges and hope. Addressing racism requires systemic changes, rethinking policies in education, healthcare, housing, and criminal justice. It also demands cultural change, including recognizing and dismantling unconscious biases. There is growing awareness and activism among younger generations, offering hope for a more equitable future.